Oh God.
Okay, so
What's up?
tell me something you like about me.
Everything.
You don't like everything about me.
Everything.
No, your favorite thing about me. Come on, tell me.
Everything.
Reports indicate that the cameras recorded what Tit was intended to be merely another day of photography. But insiders report that the level of enthusiasm on set was extraordinary. It was difficult to overlook their evident tension. It is believed that Tamar Braxton arrived in the room carrying a mobile phone. Her gaze was enigmatic, yet the atmosphere was laden with anticipation. When she purportedly disclosed what due to the heightened emotional intensity during the session. All participants seemed to be in a state of astonishment. According to reports, admirers are currently already engaged. Discusses. The startling revelation that allegedly disclosed Mendeecees' extramarital affair. A turn that no one seemed to have anticipated it. It appears that Yandy was not informed of the specifics until it appeared to freeze at that precise moment. Her expression was a mixture of anguish, anger, and astonishment. According to sources, the actors talked among themselves, with some expressing astonishment and others amazement, while crew members reportedly found it difficult to comprehend what was going on in real time. It is said that Sierra was nearby and gently gave assistance, urging Yandy to confront the storm head-on. During the recording, there seemed to be a tense silence allegedly carried out. Each claim allegedly verifying worries that have seemed to persist for months in whispers. It seems like viewers are engrossed in the drama and discussing each element. Every look and every response as the ostensibly intimate disclosure supposedly turned became the set's primary focal point. Reports state that the event began out amicably. The cast members were congregated in the lounge with their phones in hand. Some chatting and some browsing, unaware of the approaching storm, what's going to assault. According to informants, Tamar Braxton joining. She gripped her phone firmly and glanced around the room before turning her attention to Yandy. According to reports, the air shifted straight away. A tension that a knife would seem to slash. Supporters are reclaiming that there was a perceptible excitement on the scene. When everyone realized something significant was going to unfold. Despite her placid demeanor, Tamar seemed to have explosive knowledge, and the actors reportedly began spreading stories right away. Reports state that Sarah stood silently by Yandy's side, presumably keeping a close eye on what was happening. According to sources, sentiments were intense, with excitement blending with astonishment while they waited for Tamar to speak. Witnesses assert that according to reports, Tamar started off by saying that Yandy needed to hear what she had to say right immediately, purportedly unable to remain hidden. Sources claim that Yandy's expression changed from one of apathy. It seems that when she realized how dire the situation was, she began to worry. "I don't know what this is, but I need the truth," she said, allegedly said. Even though she was silent, her voice shook with intense emotion. Insiders claim that after unlocking her phone and approving, Tamar gave Yandy the video. It allegedly disclosed Mendeecees' secret affair. The enigma seems to captivate admirers. The area when the speaker's first words were spoken, it was reportedly holding its breath. Sources claim that the allegedly contained discussions that repicked long-held concerns were confirmed. It is said that the voices on the cassette left no space for dispute by exposing delicate conversations and secret objectives. Reports state that Yandy's visage reportedly became pale as each syllable struck like a blow. Reports indicate that Sierra planted a reassuring word that she was supporting Yandy's shoulder and back, while other cast members reportedly exchanged glimpses. According to reports, some were astonished, while others, despite their suspicions, they were all conscious that something strange was going on. Supporters allegedly reviewing each and every motion, reaction, every moment captured in this seemingly explosive period. According to reports, the recording purported Lindis allegedly entered the room when Yandy approached him, unaware of the increasing tension. It is said that his initial attempts to elucidate were interrupted by Yandy's astute queries. "How long were you planning on keeping this from me?" She allegedly yelled, "Unpredictable but formidable." According to insiders, the actors ceased talking. It seems that some attend intently to every word, while others signared the intensity and turned away. It seemed that feelings were running high, and the family waist reportedly split up after discovering the truth about their secret romance. Reports state that supporters are discussing the quantity of time spent discussing the implications and goals of Mendeecees' alleged actions. Mendeecees allegedly sought to retrieve a control of the narrative, contending that things were not as they appeared. According to reports, Yandy denied to back down, citing the incontrovertible evidence on Tamar's phone. She allegedly said, "This is the evidence," while elevating her hand, lingered on the recording. Sierra allegedly encouraged her to remain composed, enabling Yandy to assert their task without being emotionally unstable. Insiders claim that the dialogue left the participants in astonished silence. Private and public interests clashed, making the meeting contentious. It seems that fans are analyzing this situation, speculating on probable outcomes and admiring Yandy's demonstrating fortitude in the face of dishonesty. Sources claim that during the alleged incident, Sierra appeared to raise their volume and speak directly at Mendeecees. "You can't rewrite this now," she allegedly said. She spoke in a firm yet serene tone. Allegedly, reality's weight pressed down on him, ostensibly leaving him unsure of how to react. According to reports, Yandy stood towering, her eyes transfixed on Mendeecees, her icy voice demanding responsibility. Tamar reportedly said nothing during the recording. It is said that the audience was captivated by the intensity, letting the event speak for itself. Emotional stakes in addition to the impromptu, unanticipated altercation taking place in front of the cameras. Reports state that cast members purportedly began to react. While some are said to have been stunned, others are said to have murmured to one another in an attempt to analyze what they observed. Every conversation is allegedly being closely examined by online enthusiasts, emphasizing body language, tone of voice, and eye contact. Reports state that Sierra helped Yandy overcome the obstacle, allegedly assisting her in asking inquiries. Analyze responses and maintain your cool when feelings appear to be growing stronger. Insiders claim that this direction was reportedly essential in keeping the scenario from devolving into pandemonium, allowing the drama to maintain both robust and well-managed. Witnesses claim that the recording allegedly revealed layers of dishonesty that had allegedly been concealed for months. According to reports, every disclosure seems to have increased Yandy's drive to confront reality. Her inquiry is presumably becoming more pointed and sharper over time. Reports state that Mendeecees reportedly reacted cautiously and perhaps defensively as the indisputable evidence appears to have forced him to confront the reality he had attempted to deny. Reports state that devotees are captivated by the story's development, sharing quotations, videos, and remarks online, encouraging conversation about how this apparent betrayal will have an impact on future discussions and relationships. Citations claim that throughout the conversation, Yandy allegedly requested total transparency, her internationally cruel and demanding. According to reports, Sierra was always there to support her, supporting explanations, emphasizing important details, and assisting Yandy in maintaining her cool. Reports state that the room became more intense. The burden of long-kept secrets abruptly became apparent. It seems that fans are divided. Some praise Yandy's fortitude, others examining Mendeecees' remarks. And they were all purportedly moved by the strong sense that it lined the time period. At the conclusion of the altercation, Yandy is said to have improved her posture, rendering it was evident that secrets and falsehoods would no longer govern her life. Sierra purportedly repeated the value of integrity and accountability, enabling Yandy recover control over the narrative. Insiders believe that the cast remained silent as they considered the seriousness of what had transpired, purportedly disclosed. Fans are reportedly discussing the lessons of trust, the emotional repercussions, and loyalty, as well as the purported emotional intensity that distinguishes this situation from others. Reports state that this, according to reports, one of the most talked about topics is conflict. Sources claim that Mendeecees attempted to provide clarification himself, as his speech faltered. His gaze reportedly flitted between Yandy and Sierra. If searching for an ally in an apparently vacant room, I didn't intend to, according to sources. He said for you to hear it like this. Nevertheless, the recording itself reportedly spoke louder than any excuse he could make, and Yandy reportedly responded sharply. This is the proof. She adds, defusing the tense situation. You compromised my confidence, lied, and misled me. Now is the moment to reply. The cast is reportedly altering, and emotions were running high. I am overwhelmed by the rawness. While some are said to have looked aside, others are said to have leaned forward in their chairs. Of the dispute, online fans are purportedly analyzing each. Take a quick look, pause, and think about the body language as much as the words. According to informants, Yandy's demands for information caused the conversation to get heated. In connection to the partnership. According to reports, months of suspicion inspired her to make direct, persistent inquiries. Mendeecees allegedly attempted to justify his actions by citing miscommunications and unforeseen circumstances. But according to reports, every defense was ineffectual given the obvious evidence that Tamar seems to have been delivered. Yandy was purportedly coerced by Sierra to maintain her cool while arguing, urging her to ask pointed questions and seek clarity. Reports state that every response from it is thought that Mendeecees stunned the group, resulting in an hostile, irate, and incredulous environment. Supporters are purportedly fascinated by the intricacy of what is purportedly happening, talking about the causes, feelings, and potential consequences. Drama during the purported altercation. According to sources, it seems that other cast members started exhibiting more obvious emotions. Whispers are believed to have reputedly widened, purportedly expanded eyes, and apparently combined gasps with moments when the recording disclosed incredibly personal information. Feelings reportedly ran high, and some even tried to assist. Tem are purportedly stayed, presumably trying to process what they had just heard, serene. All right, letting Yandy confront reality while purportedly observing the responses of everyone present allegedly grew more apprehensive, as if there didn't seem to be a way out of the group's emotional turmoil. According to reports, Gandhi had a more in-depth conversation with Mendeecees and inquired about the consequences of the concealed connection for their future and family. How could you ruin everything we've created? Purportedly persisted in a calm yet stern manner. Sources claim that his eyes sagged due to the weight of responsibility, causing his reply to delay. Applied pressure. It is alleged that Sierra interjected on occasion, reminding and requesting information. Yandy asserted that each inquiry merited transparency and reaffirmed the significance of accepting reality instead of allowing dishonesty control the story. Supporters are purportedly speaking of the moment's unadulterated intensity and alluding to it as a pivotal point in the developing story of trust, betrayal, and revelation. Witnesses contend that the recording allegedly featured discussions that purportedly contradicted statements made in public, leaving Mendeecees in a scenario when it was allegedly difficult to entirely synchronize the thought to have been deceived. According to reports, Yandy's capacity to maintain composure portly impressed the audience by exhibiting bravery and tenacity. In the face of emotional adversity, Yandy's help is claimed to have been significantly aided by Sierra, control the level of tension while ostensibly assuring that the conflict stayed on course. Fans are reportedly enraptured by the meeting, which is both potent and instructive. Of emotions, the purposeful investigation, and the ostensibly unquestionable proof naked in front of all. According to reports, the war achieved at Yandy reportedly demanded to know the cause behind the affair. It was reported that everyone in the room, held their breath for a considerable period of time due to the dense air under duress. As Mendeecees allegedly struggled to react, stumbled over phrases, and was unable to, according to reports, Sierra came in closer to provide consolation. It is believed that Yandy's presence gave her demand for responsibility, authority, and support. The recording allegedly continued to play intermittently, with each portion allegedly offering more information about scope and consequences of the covert relationship. Purportedly enthralling admirers sand, it seemed that the actors were afraid. Sources claim that the recording allegedly played emotions were reportedly heightened, sometimes with Yandy, evidently reflecting on the timing, the causes, and the overall impact on her life while pausing to process new information. According to reports, Sierra offered wise counsel, reminding Yandy should express her concerns, seek for clarification, and state her position. Sources claim that Tamar observed, ostensibly aware of the evidence's alleged significant alteration in the dynamics, rendering e-shellinging to downplay or disregard. It is said that the actors Lindwhile, some are reportedly attempting to maintain their composure. Others are allegedly conversing among themselves, as if according to reports. The narrative required their attention and accountability. Described as the tensions reportedly increased after Yandy Sade seems to approach Mendeecees with a degree of vulnerability and fortitude, lucidity and resolve that seemed to silence the audience. She purportedly demonstrated that the sources claimed that the chemistry of the partnership had been irreparably harmed by betrayal. Only honesty, accountability, and transparency could set things right. Sierra allegedly nodded, encouraging Yandy to keep going. Her position and ostensibly restating the notion of courage and honesty purportedly surpassed deceit and dishonesty. According to reports, fans are breaking down every phrase and talking about the counter's evident importance and the strategy's emotional impact for all parties involved. According to sources, the heated argument was followed by a calm moment in the room. Yandy reportedly pondered about the findings for a while. It is said that Sierra made promises, and Tamar stood back, perhaps aware that everything had changed as a consequence of the bombshell. According to reports, fans are transfixed by the consequences, analyzing remarks and speculating about potential outcomes, moves, obviously captivated by the narrative as it progresses. This alleged occurrence has reportedly become a historic event. Purportedly providing a synopsis of the poignant tale and allowing viewers anticipate further discoveries. The room's antagonistic atmosphere seemed to have persisted. The ambience is packed with Yandy, reportedly anticipated Mendeecees' level of dishonesty. Tamar examined closely, as though they were cognizant of every detail recorded during the call. This led to more difficulties and sadness, supposedly, remained by Yandy's side, providing support while seemingly demonstrating how important it is to confront reality. The performers, presumably, whispered to each other about the consequences, the revelation's potential ramifications. Online admirers allegedized every glance, pause, and response, seemingly researching the emotions that there were strong emotions and an ambiance of unadulterated honesty. According to insiders, Yandy began asking perceptive inquiries about Thetamline, the extent of the secret operation, and its objectives. Reports indicate that Mendeecees seemed to attempt to clarify, purportedly cracking his voice as he apparently they stumbled over conflicting facts, caused Yandy to maintain her strength and candor. Allegedly encouraging her to inquire about topics that seems to be concealed on purpose. Reports state that Tamar discreetly observed, evidently conscious that the proof she had offered had changed the balance of the conversation, purportedly making it impossible to downplay or dismiss feelings. Reportedly ran high, with several actors plainly uncomfortable and others really shocked. And Yandy's fortitude and quiet is said to have moved a few. Insiders claim that the talk became increasingly explicit. Yandy reportedly questioned Mendeecees about the broader implications for their family and reputation, saying Udinch is said to have implored, Just betray me. In a steady yet tainted voice, hurt. You put everything we made and everyone's ideals in jeopardy. Moreover, the trust that was intended to keep us together. According to reports, Mendeecees' justification was inadequate in conviction, seemingly expressing sentiments of remorse and anxiety, seemingly recognizing best the damage. Had no purpose or rationale. Sierra is believed to have supported Yandy's questioning, allegedly ensuring that every question was addressed each discrepancy and offered an explanation. According to reports, the recording allegedly proceeded to play seldom. Each clip allegedly discloses more information on the romance, ostensibly at odds with lawyer assertions and purportedly dispelling any doubt. According to reports, Yandy appeared to listen attentively, occasionally pausing to clarify, allegedly demanding accountability, while presumably maintaining their composure. According to reports, the performers reacted with mumbled comments and audible gasps, as if captivated by the severity and rawness of the event. According to reports, Yandy's admirers commended her charm and said everything regarding social media on her fortitude and perseverance in the face of startling disloyalty. It seems that tensions increased when Yandy seemed to have discussed the suspected emotional manipulation with Mendeecees engaged. She reportedly asked him explicitly whether he had intentionally misled her, how long the Mendeecees allegedly tried to ascertain, how long the affair had been going on, and whether any attempts at integrity had been made to reply. It appears that he erred in attempting to defend actions that couldn't not be pardoned. Sierra allegedly made sure Yandy's inquiries were accurate, targeted, and forceful, keeping the conversation on course while purportedly avoiding interruptions or diversions. Reports state that as each answer changed, the intensity escalated. The narrative and allegedly revealed the scope of shown throughout the conflict. According to reports, the cast began to genuinely participate as the discussion appeared to go on. Reports state that Somo apparently showed up, acknowledged Yandy's loss, and offered to assist. Feels apprehensive and uncertain about how to react to the distressing revelations. Tamar reportedly observed the emotional impact, seemingly conscious that her effort had changed the course of the Sierra. Is said to have aided in maintaining concentration, maintaining the discussion's focus on declared facts, accountability, and the consequences of the affair, presumably leaving little room for escape or diversion. According to informants, the intensity allegedly increased. Yandy allegedly participated in a more ubiquitous act of dishonesty when speaking to Mendeecees. Allegedly highlighting inconsistencies and the psychological damage that treachery causes, as she pleaded for full transparency. The crowd reportedly held its breath, purportedly refusing to accept inadequate or ambiguous explanations. Mendeecees reportedly had difficulty. He apparently lost his composure under duress and expressed contrition. Butte reportedly unable to repair the damage. According to reports, Sierra supported Yandy's approach, highlighting the concept that courage and integrity are more significant than concealment and manipulation. Based on accounts, it seems that supporters kept a close watch on the happenings, discusses the dramatic revelations and emotional intensity on social media. Apparently, following a number of heated arguments, the conversation seemed to calm down. According to reports, Yandy is pondering about the evidence as well as the psychological toll. She reportedly remarked about the value of integrity, ostensibly emphasizing the necessity of openness. After confidence is violated, accountability and a commitment to change. Reports state that Sierra confirmed this notion, purportedly assisting Yandy establish boundaries. Tamar allegedly remarked, maintain situational control and communicate expectations, apparently aware that her role in disseminating the recording had severely harmed their relationship. She supposedly made sure it was no longer feasible to avoid the reality. As the fight seemed to come to, Yandy appears to have presented a compelling argument for her viewpoint, declaring categorically that moving forward will necessitate honesty, accountability, and try to reestablish trust if you can. The cast was presumably still in shock, supposedly acknowledging thespidency of the circumstance and the unquestionable evidence provided. Reports state that supporter separately took part in lively internet discussions, seemingly contesting the activities, consequences, as well as psychological impacts. Allegedly intrigued by the evolving drama and Yandy's fortitude in the face of such terrible disclosures. According to accounts, the area stayed reflecting, recognizing the gravity of the situation and presumably realizing the enormous power of Tamar's. Making a recording tension allegedly persisted as Yandy processed subsequent. Portions of Tamar's recording reveal that each word, each delay, she reportedly fled the room in shock after being disturbed by even the smallest information from Indies. Sierra apparently remained nearby, providing quiet assistance, allegedly ensuring Yandy could handle the complete scope of the revelation. Tamar, allegedly observed from a distance without feeling, alone. Allegedly aware that her decision to publish the call had drastically altered the situation. Allegedly, keeping concealed, revealing the truth, and allegedly pressing for quick accountability. The ensemble reportedly showed up. Some were reportedly stunned, some sympathetic, and some whispered speculations on potential future occurrences. Yandy reportedly turned to Mendeecees. Her voice is known to be both serene and forceful. "I need to know why you did this. This lie places our family, our reputation, and everything we fought for in jeopardy." According to reports, Mendeecees found it difficult to respond. He probably lowered his gaze in quest of unfamiliar language. The betrayal of trust. Yandy was allegedly urged to continue by Sierra, evidently making sure that everything was handled and that the emotional impact was questioned exhaustively about the encounter. Tamar is said to have remained clever, purportedly conscious that any moment captured on camera may further modify the storyline and purportedly alter how the viewer interprets the events. Insiders allege that the discussion became extremely heated. Sources claim that Yandy advocated for transparency and questioned the motivations behind the crisis. Partnerships, promptness, and private conversations. Mendeecees seemed to falter. Reports claim that his conflicting explanations demonstrate the scope of the scam. According to reports, Sierra advised Yandy to maintain her cool, stating that responsibility and clarity were evident for all observers, who are emotionally engrossed in the narrative, as well as for herself. According to reports, emotions were allegedly running high throughout the room, with loud murmurs and murmured responses. Indicating the severity of the dispute. According to reports, Yandy conveyed her pain and disappointment, demonstrating how the betrayal went beyond emotions and even had an impact on Aloliance's family and public opinion that have developed over time. Sources claim that she wanted to know if there had been any attempts at integrity, and if Mendeecees had contemplated the long-term effects of his actions. Sierra allegedly assured that the attention remained devoted to morality and responsibility, allegedly opposing any attempts to distort the narrative, divert attention, or assign responsibility. According to reports, Tamar maintained a low profile, presumably aware of her role in revealing the tape made it impossible to downplay or deny the reality. According to sources, tension deteriorated after Yandy allegedly confronted Mendeecees about the consequences of his extramarital affair and the devastation done to everyone's mental health. Reports state that Shep reportedly discussed about confidence, transparency, and the need for individually culpability, articulating the severity of the breach in a manner that purportedly precluded explanation. It is said that Sierra initiated the conversation by emphasizing the significance of clarification while purportedly maintaining Yandy at the forefront of the discussion. According to reports, the cast reportedly exhibited a noticeable reaction, with some reportedly nodding and others reportedly nodding. Others were apparently whispering about what was occurring in front of them. It seems that fans continuously monitored the internet, evaluating comments, tone, and body language. Reports state that social media erupted with remarks of Yandy's seeming fortitude, Sierra's bold support, and the tamer's degree of involvement. When Yandy recounted, the discussion seemed fraught at her opinions, allegedly asserting that moving forward will necessitate total openness, responsibility, and significant try to rebuild faith if you can. According to reports, Mendeecees seemed to be displaying signs of growing regret, purportedly cognizant that the tape fully exposed him and claimed that his connections and public image were now under jeopardy. According to insiders, after the fight, Yandy is said to have established boundaries, asserting that Sierra reportedly emphasized that any attempt to continue lying will be met with swift retribution. Significance of these limits, allegedly bolstering Yandy's authority and guaranteeing that the emotional lessons acquired from the confrontation were acknowledged. According to reports, Tam reportedly had a serene feeling of joy, presumably acknowledging that her reports state that the intervention exposed guilt and altered the balance of the truth. The actor seemed to sense the intensity and realize there was more to this than just spectacle. According to reports, the relationships and reputations of those involved underwent a significant transformation. While the cameras continued to film, Yandy reportedly maintained her composure and exerted authority, controlling the discussion and allegedly rejecting explanations or deception apparently reinforced this posture, allegedly guaranteeing that the conflict continued to be ferocious and potent. According to reports, Mendeecees found it challenging to maintain credibility. Accounts indicate that his efforts to educate or purportedly refuted by the compelling evidence on Tamar's audio. It seems that supporters have continued to communicate online, purportedly talking about their choices, outcomes, and psychological effects, clearly enthralled with the authority, genuineness, and the gravity of the recent events. Sources claim that Yandy is said to have considered the importance of honesty, trust, and autonomy. She apparently emphasized that going forward would necessitate being truthful at every level, denouncing dishonesty and allegedly establishing the benchmark for how she thought partnerships would be fruitful. It appears that Sierra continued to offer assistance, allegedly consulting Yandy through the psychological repercussions, while allegedly making sure that the lessons learned from the experience were according to reports. Tamar was still strong and dedicated, acknowledged the impact of her position, and seemed to comprehend that the release of the recording has caused controversy. Challenges of confronting such a private transgression in public and purportedly seeing the fortitude and clarity shone. The room apparently became tranquil again after time. But the emotional ferocity and repercussions reportedly continued, ensuring that an off-camera conflict would have long-term consequences. According to reports, the final Yandy is said to have taken control of her life and decisions on multiple occasions, perhaps demonstrating that anyone who desired to stay in her life had to be truthful, forthright, and responsible. Sierra is anticipated to have contributed to ensuring that this message was understood, evidently enhancing empowerment and making the war's effects more severe. According to reports, Tamar left knowing that her decision to disclose the recording had drastically altered theater in which events take place, disclosing information and irrevocably altering the dynamics. According to reports, the cast was still in disbelief and appeared to be aware of this for weeks. If not longer, confrontation would be discussed, scrutinized, and remembered. Supporters said began utilizing social media right immediately. According to reports, observing the body language discussion, including specific details, reportedly debating who was more impacted, and reportedly forecasting the future of the partnerships. The intensity of the event seemed to make everyone in the audience wonder about its boundaries, trust, responsibility, and emotional fortitude. Reports state that the skirmish served as a forceful reminder of the importance of speaking the truth and the consequences of lying, ostensibly endorsing the concept that honesty is essential even in difficult situations. According to reports, as the day after completing, Yandy reportedly felt more confident, Tamar seemingly content with her intervention. And it's believed that Sierra is ecstatic with the strength she assisted with reinforcement. Mendez is said to have departed visibly shaken, reportedly confronted with unquestionable facts and an unavoidable sense of responsibility.